Carol Dweck is a professor of psychology at Stanford University. And today I'd like to share with you one of her research that is fascinating and has spawned a whole new generation of buzzwords about mindsets. And so this is the research that she conducted. She gathered a bunch of 10-year-old kids and she gave them some puzzles to solve. And the trick is, she didn't just give them the same puzzles, she gave them puzzles that were increasing in difficulty. So if a level 1 puzzle, it was very easy to solve, whereas a level 10 puzzle would be very, very difficult to solve. And remember, these are 10-year-old kids. So the fascinating thing is, she wanted to see what happened when a kid who is solving this level 1, level 2, level 3 puzzles hit a roadblock, or in other words, they meet a puzzle that they couldn't solve, which inevitably would happen because they're 10-year-old kids, right? So she wanted to see how did they react to failure. When they failed, how they react. So in all her research, then she found that there are basically two groups of people that emerge from her research. And in the first group of people, when they faced a failure or a puzzle that they couldn't solve, what happened was they stopped when they hit this so-called ceiling of difficulty. So if they reach, let's say, puzzle level 5, and then there's like, okay, I cannot do this anymore. And then they're going to put it aside and stop. Say, okay, that's it. Okay, I've had enough. That's it. And the reason for this is because they feel like this is the limit of their intelligence and their abilities, which is something that you either have it or you don't. So when they meet a challenge or a puzzle which they couldn't solve, then it feels like they have reached this the natural limit, the natural talents. And so they would avoid any challenges that seem beyond their abilities, because it would just mean failure and embarrassment to themselves. So Professor Carol Dweck coined the term fixed mindset for this group of behaviors of people. Now, the other group of people that emerged from her research showed a very stark difference. So the same thing, when they meet a puzzle that they couldn't solve, so let's say it was the same level 5 puzzle that they couldn't solve, and they hit this ceiling of difficulty just like the other kid. But what happens, and what is fascinating here, is their response to this challenge. Instead of feeling down and, okay, this is the limit of my abilities, they actually got excited about reaching this ceiling of difficulty. They got excited, as in they're like, wow, okay, this is something that I cannot do. This is something that is beyond what I normally know. Yeah. And why are they excited? Is because they feel like they are on the verge of learning something new. Isn't that very interesting? When they hit something difficult, they say, oh, wow, okay, I'm going to be learning something new, or something beyond the body of knowledge that I have right now. And they actually look forward to challenges that were beyond their current abilities. So they are looking forward to challenges. They are looking forward to so-called failures. They are looking forward to times when they are hit with something that they cannot solve and they cannot comprehend. And these are the group of people that Professor Carol Dweck called growth mindset. Now, the kids in growth mindset, very interestingly, is that when they say they look forward to challenges, they truly, truly look forward to challenges, where when given a puzzle that they could not solve, the kids were seen to say things like, oh, I love a challenge. I love a challenge. And I was hoping this would be informative. So think about this. When was the last time that we hit a challenge, or we hit a stumbling block, or we hit a so-called failure that we couldn't solve, and we said something like, oh, I'm loving this challenge. I'm so excited because I'm going to be learning something new, something beyond what I already know. I'm hoping this would be informative. This would inform me of something new. So that is the difference with the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. And the key thing to keep in mind is this, that this fixed mindset and growth mindset is not you are either or. Like, it's not like you are born a fixed mindset or you are born a growth mindset, or you are destined to be a fixed mindset person forever. No, it's on a spectrum. It's a spectrum. So it ranges for different situations, for different things. For example, there are certain things that we could be having a more fixed mindset. For example, it could be cooking. It's something that is really hard, something that is really out of our comfort zone, something that is really new. So that we have a lot of resistance to learn about cooking because that's a very fixed mindset in that area. On the other hand, we could be very good at gardening, something like gardening. And this is something that you're very excited to learn about. You want to learn about the different species of plants. You're excited to learn about how to take care of the plants so that they can have optimal growing conditions. So, and it can be anywhere in between at any point in time for different cases. So the key here is not to think of, I'm a fixed mindset person, I cannot change, and or wow, I'm a growth mindset person, I'm set for life. I'm definitely going to succeed. No, it's not. It's really consciously reflecting on ourselves and then seeing in which areas that we are having more of a fixed mindset and in which areas we're having more of a growth mindset. And if we like, then we can pick maybe one area. So for example, in this case, maybe video editing is something a little fixed, a little growth, maybe a mixture in between, but it's something that you want to work on. Yeah. So every time that you're faced with the challenge of editing a video and you find yourself, wow, okay, this is so difficult. I don't want to try anymore. I don't want to explore video editing anymore. I'm just going to hire somebody to do it. I'm just going to pass it to somebody who is more expert at it. So that moment is critical for us to choose that, okay, we can choose a growth mindset in this situation, in this challenge. So we can say, okay, what am I going to learn from this? What can I possibly learn and expand my capabilities in this area at this time? So that is the idea of the growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. And I hope this video has been helpful for you. If it did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this.